Greetings everyone, SoFanDance98 back at it again with another reaction. We're back at it with another Abercrombie Toku. We're back with Red Ranger ever. Every Red Ranger ever of the 50 plus year Super Sentai and Power Rangers. And I'm looking forward to this list. We're going to get a basic intro to all 50 and more years of Red Ranger goodness. I remember seeing something similar to this before where it was like every Henshin of red, every Henshin of blue, every Henshin of green, but that was like... That was back when my channel first started, I think. Yeah, it was around the time my channel first started, actually. Yeah, it was quite the not the harrowing, I guess you could say humbling experience to realize how much I have to catch up on Toku content at that point. It's like, oh yeah, I can react to this. Oh, yeah, I can react to that. I don't recognize that guy. I don't recognize her. I don't recognize her. I don't recognize her. Wait a second. I don't recognize anyone. I got some things to do. But now here we are about 3, almost 4 years later since I started this channel, and now we're about to see every Red Ranger in the full 2-hour compilation of Agronomy Toku. Good gravy. So yeah, I'm gonna break this up into parts. Because here's the thing, there's the 1980s, there's the 1990s, there's the 2000s, 2010s, and then the recent 2020s, which is going to be incomplete because we're only in 2026. But right now, today, we're going to get to the intro to see how he's breaking this down, because it's a lot longer than the previous Every Henshin of Red Ever, which was about 12, 15 minutes long. This is a solid 2-hour video essay, basically, of all of the Red Ranger. So we're going to see what the intro has in store for us, and we'll discuss about how I'm breaking it up. I might do every generation, like he broke up the video. I might just do every 15 minutes or so, maybe 25, who knows. But right now, let's check out what the intro's like.
They're the leaders and the legends that are part of the biggest moments. Since the 1970s, Red Rangers have been fighting against evil and posing in the middle of the team on both Super Sentai and Power Rangers. And today, we're going to look at every Red Ranger ever, including the main team leaders and even some special temporary Red Rangers. So sit back and relax. This is the complete history of Red Rangers.
Yeesh. It's quite the fun time. Oh, 1970s. Okay, we'll go with the intro and 1970s, I guess.
First, we're going to talk about the OG that started it all, Tsuyoshi Kaijo, better known as Aka Ranger, from Go Ranger, Super Sentai's very first season. Tsuyoshi was a member of a group called Eagle, and the younger brother of his branch's commanding officer. When the Black Cross Army launched simultaneous attacks against Eagle's Japanese bases, Tsuyoshi survived the destruction of the Kanto branch while his brother and the other members were killed. Then, Tsuyoshi and the four
Dang, I definitely motivate him to try and tackle these guys.
Survivors from the other branches were gathered together to form the Go Rangers, and he became their leader. Aka Ranger was the trailblazer that established what a Red Ranger was supposed to be. He's calm, cool, and collected, serving as the team's commander and strategist. He's highly skilled in hand-to-hand combat and marksmanship. He's become iconic over the years, being featured in a lot of crossovers and films. He was a stoic leader that was the perfect hero to kick off Super Sentai. Next up is Goro Sakurai, who transforms into Spade Ace from Jaka. Goro was a world-class athlete and a master of several different fighting styles, like karate and judo. Plus, he was skilled at archery and riding horses. Because of his incredible physical ability, he was recruited to join Jaka, a special cyborg task force created to fight the criminal organization known as Crime. At first, Goro actually turned the offer down, but after seeing the threat that Crime possessed firsthand, he agreed to undergo cybernetic enhancement and became Spade Ace. Compared to Aka Ranger, Spade Ace took the Red Ranger archetype in a much more sci-fi direction. Unlike his predecessor, who was more of a traditional soldier and field commander, Goro is basically a super athlete turned cyborg hero. His body's enhanced with atomic energy, giving him abilities like super speed, X-ray vision, and powerful combat skills. As the leader of Jaka, Spade Ace is still calm, serious, and heroic, but he feels more like a government-engineered weapon than the classic colorful team leader that Aka Ranger was. He pushed the boundaries of what a Red Ranger could be, and helped define the role in the early years of Sentai.
That's a good way to do it.
Next up is Masao Den, who became Battle Japan from Battle Fever J. Masao was a former officer of the National Defense Ministry, and he was chosen to lead the Battle Fever team in their fight against the secret society known as Egos. Unlike the Go Rangers or Jaka, Battle Fever J was built around an international theme, with each member representing a different country or culture, and naturally, Masao represented Japan. Battle Japan was the leader of the team once again, but he also brought a different flavor to the role. Where Aka Ranger was a serious military-style commander and Spade Ace was a cyborg super athlete, Battle Japan was a disciplined martial artist. He was especially skilled in judo and karate, and even his roll call leaned into a martial arts-inspired style. Battle
Yeah,
Japan
yeah,
carried the Red Ranger
Pizcatas.
archetype into one of the most important transition points in Sentai history. His season helped shape what Super Sentai would become. He was still the calm, capable leader of the team, but now the Red Ranger was at the center of a show that was starting to look much closer to the Sentai formula that we recognize today. Next up is Ippei Akagi, better known as Dingy Red from Dingy Man. Ippei was a martial artist and karate instructor, but his life changed when the Vader clan, an evil force from another dimension, began targeting Earth. Thousands of years earlier, the Vader clan had destroyed the planet Dingy, and in the present day, the Dingy dog IC awakened to gather 5 people who could become the Dingy Men. Ippei was chosen as the team's Red Ranger and became their leader in the fight to protect Earth. Dingy Red continued the early tradition of Red being the strong, disciplined leader, but he also helped move the archetype into a slightly more modern Sentai formula. Instead of being a soldier like Akaranger or a cyborg like Spade Ace, Ippei was a civilian martial artist who was chosen for something bigger. He was calm, capable, and physically skilled, but he also had a classic heroic quality, where he felt like someone who could lead the team and also serve as a role model. Ippei might not be the flashiest Red Ranger, but he was an important evolution of the role. He kept the serious leader energy of the early Reds, but his concept as an everyman gave him a lot of vulnerability that made him an empathetic character that fans could root for.
Sounds fair, actually. That sounds pretty dang good. Like, I'm already in the 80s.
Next, we look at
Yep, 1981. Okay, I'll stop here because we technically went through the whole 70s. So yeah, I'll look forward to seeing what he says about Sun Vulcan and the other 80s Rangers. But for now, this is where we'll stop. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he says about the 80s Rangers as they evolve and continue to make the Red Ranger formula more, I don't know, more solidified, more stable, more defined. I don't know if you guys want to say it, honestly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does for this formula and how he explains it as we go through the different generations. Looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully you guys are too. I'll see you in the next part and look forward to more Toku content. Bye!